Hello everybody. Okay, so this time is going to be a video on Java from one of my applications that I have just started this Saturday, and I wanted to upload something quickly. This means that I only have a couple of applications working because it's going to be a multi-purpose and multitask one. Right, but sufficient to give you an idea on how things work. It's going to be a graphical user interface. We're going to be interacting with controls. We're going to see a typical CRUD, which is going to be to create, to read, to update, and to delete text from a database in a table. And then we are going to have our primitive word processor that is going to pick up a text, it's going to select a text, it's going to analyze it, going to tell me how many words I have, etc. What we're going to be seeing that. The way it works when you are actually working with a graphical user interface, you're going to be compartmentalizing your methods in different packages. You're going to have a special class just for database connection. Some people, make the mistake of including the connection, the code in every method every time they have to connect to the database, which is completely senseless. Okay, it has to be separated, and then you will talk to this user interface by means of a object that you're gonna create in your constructor. Okay, once you have the object, you're going to be talking to the public methods of that user interface, which will return whatever the control is. It will return whatever is in the text field, whatever is in the text area, and that's the way it works. So the analyze is a pretty easy one. Analyze is right here. What it does is just I create like you can be seeing, yes. I create in my constructor an object from the GUI, and then like I said, I'm going to be talking to the methods. So GUI, actually, the interface, I have the, I could do both things. Either I could create this dot GUI and then GUI, and then of course the parameter GUI, or I could change the name and use whatever IE and then IE and then GUI equal to IE, and this is what I've done in the last case. So I'm talking to the method button what words, and this is going to be here somewhere in the user interface, and that will return me whatever. Let's see. Well, you have seen the action listener in there. And then once here in analyze, okay, I'm going to get the text that is in the text area called text, whatever the method has called that. Book reader is the name of the method. Then I'm going to keep this in a, I'm going to save this in a string variable, and then I'm going to split it, and then I'm going to keep it in an array, and then I'm going to iterate through the array with the string function it starts with so that I can select, tell me which words start by this character or series of characters. It doesn't just select one character. I can write as many characters as I want, and will pick it up without a problem. Then I have a the count words cabos, which is going to be pretty easy. Whatever. Again, I'm going to pick it up from a text area, and then I'm going to use a scanner method, which is called hasNext, and then I count the number of iterations, and because they are already separated by characters return for every line I have a word, so I know how many words I have. Okay, better I think I'm going to show you the user interface, which is when I will show you how operational this thing is. right? Well, total number of words starting with what words to start with, and I'm going to be able to choose with what character that's going to be starting. And 1 second. Okay, it's recording. I don't have all of the tabs active, like I said, because I'm still building it. But anyway, some of them are operational. Documents. I'm gonna choose desktop. I'm gonna choose the cover letter. Right, Pumba. Okay, I just click in here and I have the total number of words. I can say how many words start with letter A. Show me the words. Okay, I have. This is the list of words that start with letter A. I can say, tell me how many words those are. 27 words that start with letter A. I can also replace. I can say instead of internet, say I want to replace it with Ethernet. Internet. When I replace it with net, I click on replace, and then here it is replace. Okay, and now I'm going to ask my robot, because I am too lazy to read the cover letter for me. If you don't mind, the sound is a little bit metallic. Well, maybe a lot of metallic, but you know, the quality is not great, but it's somehow comprehensible, and I was not going to bother to edit the quality of the sound by removing background, etc. Right, so talk.
I studied 2 years of computer science at Harvard University, taking subjects such as Java, Oracle, PL/SQL, and database development, fundamentals of web design, internet architectures, and protocols. Since then I continued my way on PHP, Ruby on Rails, and Java, this one only for desktop applications. I spent about 18 months as an Ethernet junior PHP back in 2010. I first started with procedural PHP and progressed to PMDC CodeIgniter and finally to Laravel, where I have been about 14 months. Database design and development, as well as database manipulation and query language, is one of my favorites. I usually work with a Cloud I development C9 and collaboration environment, Git and Bitbucket for version control, on-the-fly deployment to production through deploy and testing. Good communication and collaboration skills. Yes, all. Bonus points for experience with a PHP framework, like Laravel or Symfony, 2 years with Laravel. Knowledge of MySQL and JavaScript. I master MySQL also from the command line, and I used query instead. Very good English skills. I speak fluent English, German, Spanish, French, and Russian.
Alright, so I really love robots. I really love doing them the tasks that I don't feel like doing when I'm too lazy. So it's great. They never get tired, you never have to increase their salary and things like that. Okay, and now I am here in the interface that I told you about, which is going to be a create, read, update, and delete. Let's say I'm going to create another one. Whatever, I can say it's gonna be Lola, it's gonna be Smith, and it's gonna be Lola S, and then gmail.com. Then I'm gonna add it. Alright, Lola is added. Oh, I made a mistake. Lola is not the right name, so I say better Isabel. Okay, so I'm gonna update it. Now Isabel is updated. Isabel has left the company, so she doesn't need to be in the employee roles anymore, so I'm gonna delete it. Oh, I'm sure, yes, I'm sure this is safe to delete. Yes, it is, no problem. Okay, so she is deleted. Alright, this is so far the Java application. I didn't want to make it very long, but it shows you more or less what I've done. We have created a primitive word processor that reads, selects, finds word, replaces them, can tell me how many words start with whatever the characters I want, and of course the start of the show, the robot that reads out all of the data. Right, thank you very much for your attention, and see you next time when I have more content.